again, this record-breaking storm is highlighting the ongoing impacts of the historical racist practice of redlining. That is a term dating back to the 1930s, where lenders on the local, state, federal level denied financing to black families, effectively furthering segregation and leaving people of color only with housing options in substandard neighborhoods. In tonight's cover story, ABC 10's Monica Coleman is showing us how that practice is impacting people to this day.
The West El Camino Avenue Bridge lies above Steelhead Creek in the Sacramento neighborhood of Gardenland. The sun is shining now, drying any evidence of the storm the day before, but neighbor Edwin Ramundo says Sunday was a different story.
For sure, the area around me, the whole street, they were flooded. It was all flooded, like cars are all over here. They couldn't get through. There was actually cars that got stuck, so like tow trucks had to come take them out.
You can see here at Steelhead Creek just how fast that current is moving after Sunday's rainstorm. And this bike trail I'm standing on is the only thing separating Steelhead Creek from this Gardenland neighborhood.
I got kind of scared because the levee's here, so I thought it was, going to flood or something since I live right next door.
According to data collected by Redfin, neighborhoods that suffered redlining in the 1930s face twice the risk of flooding today, and Gardenland is one of them, along with Tahoe Park, Oak Park, and Upper Land Park, just to name a few.
In Sacramento, 22% of homes in red and yellow lined areas are at risk of flooding, compared to just 11% in the green and blue lined area. And that was the biggest disparity we saw in the whole country.
According to Redfin, for Sacramento, the greatest risk for flooding comes from creeks and neglected infrastructure. In the 30s, assessors redlined areas with racial minorities as undesirable for mortgage lending. Nearly half of the households in those neighborhoods are non-white.
And as climate change becomes more and more of a reality, flooding will become more and more frequent. And these homes, the residents of people in these areas, are going to again experience really the worst of the housing market.
We reached out to the city asking about these disparities, and they say the city of Sacramento regularly conducts work on its flood control system whenever and wherever it is needed. The city is working with community members, they say, and the national nonprofit racial justice organization Race Forward to develop a citywide Sacramento centered on racial equity. Those tools will then take into account historical inequities, including those created by discriminatory practices like redlining.